Hello, this is a start to finish video. It starts with me planting garlic in the autumn of last year, and then we don't do a great deal more until that garlic grows through autumn, grows through winter and grows through spring. And here we are now in the summer months at Homegrown Veg. There was nothing to show you in the intervening months because garlic is a slow job. If you're going to grow garlic, it is slow. So it went in the autumn of last year, it grew through the remains of autumn, right through winter, right through spring and into summer. And we're nearing the middle of our summer here at Homegrown Veg. And it's time we went outside and harvested that garlic. But prior to me doing that, and what gave me the notion that yeah, the garlic's ready, is that it threw up some scapes a few weeks back. And to be honest, the garlic looked reasonable at the time, but I think you'll see when we go outdoors, it now is ready to be harvested. So I'll cut you back to some of that video that gets you up to today. And then me and you and Meg, and Meg's ball, we'll pop outdoors and we'll harvest that garlic. And I will say this, if you haven't got an allotment, if you haven't got a big backyard, you could do this. You could definitely do this. Aftercare, I'll tell you what the aftercare is, just plant them. Just plant them. Stand the bucket outside. You're growing through autumn and winter, you're probably going to get some rain. You probably don't even need to water your garlic. Get into spring and summer, you might need to water the bucket, but to be honest, there is no work in this at all. It's a sort of a plant and forget crop. And if you've got enough room at home to stand a bucket or two, you need to give this a go. And this was autumn planting garlic. So if you're watching this now in summer, get ready to do it. If you're going to give it a go, start thinking about, have you got buckets? Have you got some compost? Where you're going to get your garlic bulbs from? And then do it. And then do it. And then next year, round about this time, you'll be harvesting garlic. You definitely will. Right, Meg, come on. One more sup. We like our cups of tea at Homegrown Veg, I'll tell you. Right, let's go and harvest that garlic. Right, garlic. Hey, if this works, you might never need to buy garlic again. Ever. Well, why would you? If you grow your own, then 12 months later plant it again. Grow your own, then 12 months later plant it again. You might never need to buy garlic again. Okay, so this is recycled soil. You'll see some very fine roots left in it. This may have grown onions earlier this year, may have grown leeks, judging by those fine roots. But what I've done is I've emptied the bucket out and reinvigorated it with some leek and onion fertiliser, a granular fertiliser. And I'm sure that'll be good for garlic, just as it would be good for leeks and onions. So we're only going to go with 4, because we know 4 works, because we've done it before. And it's as simple as this. Pointy end up, blunt end down, shove them in. Shove them in. How deep? Please yourself. I think mine were 4 inches last year. That looks to be about 2 inches. Yeah, let's give them a go. 2 inches this year. I'm going to do some more of these, by the way, but not on camera. This is possibly a fairly lengthy video by now. I don't want to bore the socks off you. So we'll call it a day when I've pushed this last one in. Okay, now I have no intention of watering these. This soil is quite moist. And what would be the point of watering something that doesn't have roots? These garlic cloves don't have roots. They can't take water up, can they? want to throw some roots down. So we'll give them a week or two in this bucket, and then we'll give them a light drink on the assumption that they've put out a few roots, and then we'll see how that goes. Okay, so there are two issues I want to talk about today with this garlic. We're not far off actually harvesting this garlic, but it's got covered in this rust. You should be able to see that there's plenty of it, but it's easy enough to remove some of it by just taking away a couple of outer skins. I mean, that's easy enough done. But yeah, look at all the rust around that collar, can you see it? Now, there are products on the market that you can spray your garlic with, but I'm reluctant to spend any money for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because I'm not too sure it would have time to work. As I've said, these are going to be harvested. But secondly, I'm not too sure that this rust actually affects the growth of the garlic bulb on the bottom of this garlic. I just don't know. So we might be trying to fix something. Oops. We might be trying to fix something that doesn't need fixed, or at least it's too late to fix. You know, we're too far along the road for that. So that's one. That's this rust issue that I've got. And secondly, have you seen these before? 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 garlic plants, and we've got, here we go, move that leaf so you don't get confused. We've got 4 garlic scapes. Basically what that is, that's the garlic wanting to put up a seed head. That's what it's wanting to do, a bit like your onions do. The garlic's wanting to put up a seed head. So it's near the end of the road for this garlic, but one of the things that will happen is that a lot of the energy that would go into swelling those garlic cloves, those garlic bulbs, will now go into these scapes if we leave them on. So I'm going to take them off. I don't want them. I want all the energy to go in to the garlic bulb, the cloves. So I'm just going to snip them off. Now, these are edible. Yep, they're definitely edible. So if you want to know a bit more about that, you'll possibly need to go to another channel and find somebody that knows what they're doing when it comes to eating garlic scapes, because I've never done it, and I'm not proposing to do it. Okay. And they're easily recognisable. You can see that the seed head's starting to form. If we let that form, it'll produce a flower. Flower gets pollinated, produces seeds, just like an onion, just like a leek. But these are not going to be producing any flowers or seeds this year, any year for that matter. Right, so that's the two issues I wanted to discuss with you in this video. We've sorted that out. We'll put this to one side now, and we'll let it go, and then we'll harvest the garlic. And the garlic will really then have gone full circle, won't it? got to make myself another cup of tea. I don't know what you're saying, extravagant, yeah, extravagant. Well, I needed that. Right, you'll be pleased to know that Meg's found a ball. Yeah, it was in the bucket. You saw it going, didn't you? Meg didn't, but you did. Hey, let's have a look at these. Let's move this cup of tea up there. And let's have a look at these. Hey, what do you think? Oh, Meg. There's the balls coming rolling in the shot again. What do you think? I mean, they were grown in just ex-cut flower water buckets. Come on, you can do this. Now, I know what'll happen. There'll be gardeners harvesting garlic, and there'll be garlic as far as the eye can see. If that gardener has got an allotment, if he's grew this stuff in a raised bed, or if he's grew it in his backyard, there'll be garlic for as far as the eye can see. But if you're like me, and you ain't got a big backyard, and you ain't got an allotment, hey, come on, what's wrong with this? You know you can do it, you've seen me do it. You definitely can. If you're new to gardening, this is something you should give a go. And let's face it, I mean, how much garlic do you need? I've watched some of the gardening videos on YouTube, and there's acres of this stuff. Who's going to eat all that? Who's going to eat it all? Well, here at Homegrown Veg, we will eat most of this over the next 12 months, but I will be setting some aside to grow again at the back end of this year. In autumn, some of this garlic, hey, hold on, mate. Hold on. Making a video, are you? Where was he at? Yeah, and so in the autumn of the year, some of these cloves, once they're split off, we'll be planting them again. And as I think I said earlier in the video, you might never need to buy garlic again. Just keep growing it year after year, eat what you want, save some, and plant it up in the autumn of the year. So I'll leave this to dry out even further. As you can see, it is quite dry. I'll leave it to dry out even further, then I'll split the cloves off at some point. I'll probably store it in the, I'll probably store it in the veg rack of the fridge. And then, yeah, use it when we need it, and grow it when we want to grow it in the autumn of the year. Oh, Meg. Right, that's it. This is Homegrown Veg and Meg. Oh, Daisy, by the way, who's under the table. Homegrown Veg, Meg and Daisy. We're signing out. Yeah, we're signing out. Come on.